To many people, school can feel like an unbearable place that you feel forced to attend to on a daily basis. At Oak Park, classes run from 7:23 to 2:30 on a normal day. Now imagine almost every day during the week an extra 2 to 3 to even up to 6 hours were added on to that. It sounds terrible, right? Actually, 64% of you are already doing it, according to the United States Census Bureau. After-school activities are a part of the high school experience to kids. These activities include any kinds of sports, arts, lessons, or clubs. So why do the 6 out of the 10 students choose to stay after rather than to just go home? Are they even taking anything away from these activities? And what are the positives and negatives to this? That's what I wanted to figure out. I chose to ask 3 different groups these very questions: the theater kids, the art club, and the robotics team.
I shall sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke, her adventure, to make it the more gracious. I shall sing it at her death.
What makes you want to stay after to help out with the play?
My friends probably. They get me out of my shell, and I'm not as quiet.
Be honest.
Oh, honestly, okay. The benefits are it's a lot of fun and there's a lot of community and family and stuff. Like, that's where I met Lily and I made all my friends there. I wouldn't have any friends if it weren't for theater.
I just loved our ensemble coming and becoming a family.
It's a way for me to stay after with my friends and get involved with something that the whole school and even people outside the school can see.
Well, I take my acting pretty seriously, so no, I don't know, dude. That's a really tough question to answer.
Yes, I feel like I fit in.
Yes, I feel like, ow, she bit me! Yes, I feel like I fit in and have made a family because I've made a whole bunch of amazing friends and I've bonded with them throughout my entire high school experience so far.
Very much like a family atmosphere in the theater department. Everyone's very welcoming, and yeah.
So everybody's welcoming and really sweet, and you feel like you fit in somewhere rather than being with someone else.
In theater, you always belong. We'll find if you'll do stage, we'll put you in that. If you do makeup, we'll put you in that. If you act, we'll find a spot for you.
Why do you stay after when you could go home?
Well, mainly because I'm in AP Art, so I stay after to make sure I get all my projects done, to make sure I'm ahead of schedule.
It is great for me to really tell myself this is what you have to do now, this is what you have to do next, this is what you have to do last, time management.
I've learned how to collab a lot more. You get a lot of help and feedback on your art projects.
This is my first time being here, so I'm pretty new to this.
I've learned how to paint because I can't paint, and I still can't paint, but I learned how.
I learned how to turn on a potter wheel.
It's great for socializing. Not always. We sometimes have maybe 3 people show up, but recently we've been having a lot more, and it's a lot of fun. And you meet some cool people.
I stay after because of my friends. They're here too, and it's a really nice environment to be in, and you can be yourself.
I usually do stay home. I just thought this would be fun.
Why'd you come here then?
Yeah, because I thought it'd be fun. I usually just sleep when I go home, so it's better than sleeping, I guess.
it gives me more time to work on my skills and my school projects, and also I don't get out of my house a lot.
So it's just a lot of fun to be here. It's kind of, they will joke about it being therapy. And that's pretty accurate, honestly.
That's too fast, dude. What are you doing?
I like living on the edge.
Is this a stressful club?
Yes.
Or is it fun or both?
It's very stressful, but it's also extremely fun and very rewarding.
It gets stressful around, competition times. When you have your deadline to get your robot together.
You're just like on a time crunch and you don't care what it's going to take. And you're just like, okay, it's not working this way. You got to figure out this way. And it becomes stressful, but you work through it.
Really depends on how you take it. If you take it pretty seriously, then yeah, it can be stressful. But if you just come here to mess around, then no, it's not going to be.
Got to work as a team. That'll help you a lot.
Anything you do here or you learn in any of the engineering classes and stuff, you can take with you, and it'll help you just advance with anything you do.
You learn how things work. You learn how to work with other people skills.
I think working together is probably the most important thing, but it's also very good to be organized as well.
How was it being an 8th grader and coming in with all these high schoolers?
Mm-hmm.
How was that for you?
It was definitely different in the beginning. It was a little scary, but I've actually gotten to know most of them pretty well, so it's not as bad now, and I actually like it now, enjoy it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when the challenge is released, it's go 6 weeks. If you don't stick up for your design and you don't say what you want and how your decisions affect the team, you're gonna get run over.
Damn, really?
Yeah,
That's
it's intense.
So many positives can come from these activities, like making friends, fitting in, doing schoolwork, getting out of the house, even just doing something you feel passionate about with other people who feel the same way, so on. When doing research for this doc, I came across a lot of statistics and data that would support the experiences by these kids. Many articles said that it improves students' social lives, gives them a far less greater risk of becoming a teen parent and even using drugs despite the extra freedom they seem to have when compared to actually being in class. And according to the Work-Family Connection, these kids will have better academic performance, behavior, school attendance, and expectations for the future, all by just having an interest in an activity. With all this positive information about staying after school, how could there be possibly any negatives to it? Alright, last question. Are there any downsides to staying after?
I can't think of any. I can't think of any downsides.
Nothing makes me want to. I don't want to. I have to.
You can't do a whole bunch of stuff after school because we stay pretty late during that 6-week build season.
I don't really get any sleep. So I'll get home and I'll be really tired.
Not really. Well, okay, actually, the bus.
You gotta work stuff out between other activities you're doing and stuff, so it's kind of just a, time management issues.
Sometimes I'm not able to go to things like football games and basketball games.
You have to really learn how to balance your schoolwork and your extracurriculars better, because when you're staying after, you don't have time for anything else.
I would get home so late, and my mom, she works early, so I wouldn't see her at all, all week, and I wouldn't see my family, and that was hard.
I'm usually kind of tired when I get done here, but I'm usually tired anyway, so.
If you're with lights, you get bored real easy.
If you're one of those people who try to do everything and at the same time, then yes, it can be challenging.
I'm failing my accounting class because I choose to stay after than do it.
I mean, you don't get to work on homework as long as you want to, and get a proper schedule and everything. I don't sleep. Usually I just want to go home and I want to sleep, but then I'm like, oh shoot, I stay after for school.
You enjoy it?
I love it. No, I hate most of it, but I like the people. I stay to help out my friends and my cast members.
You choose to do it, then you should enjoy doing it. Because if you don't enjoy it, then why even do it?
Very true.
The whole reason I wanted to do this documentary in the first place was because, well, it was a school project that I had to do. And because I got introduced to the whole world of after-school activities by a friend of mine. The after-school theater program was where I was brought into, and so I filmed the promo and helped set up for their winter comedy, a reimagining of Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. I had come in during January of this year and had made it onto the program list within a month or two, which is almost unheard of. An outsider being allowed to enter in on their show. From my own experience, I had been brought in with open arms and had always felt that I was accepted there, unlike any other sport or activity I had been in prior years. So, would I recommend you join an after-school activity with all these upsides and downsides described here? Absolutely. The positives heavily outweigh the negatives. My goal here is to convince you into getting outside your comfort zone, meeting new people, having fun experiences and memories, just as I did. This is Carter Johnson, reporting for Oak Park.